So, as far as I know, you talked about you do go to conventions. Any crazy, wacky, awful stories you want to tell us about? Anything pop out in your mind?
Well, Kitty Face Kitty.
I was praying that you were going to do that. I was like, if Paul doesn't bring it up.
Kitty Face Kitty tends to draw in a lot of crazy cat people.
Because it's about
Which
a
there
cat.
are a lot.
Yeah,
of
which
crazy
there are a
cat
lot
people.
of. So up at Stumptown, just recently, when we were working the table, this woman came over and like grabbed Kitty Face Kitty and started reading it, and was like, "Oh, this is so great! This is so funny!" And Frank and I were like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're really proud of it." And then she just starts to talk to us about her own cat, and just keeps talking about her cat for 20 minutes. And like Frank and I are just like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, and then sometimes he'll jump up on the plant and he'll start eating the plant, and I'll be like, bad kitty, and I'll have to squirt him with the bottle, and then he'll run away, and then sometimes he'll get up on this other, and we're just like, yeah, they'll do that.
That's interesting. Maybe.
The cat in this comic is a police officer.
And every like 5 minutes she's turning another page and looking down and like what's gonna happen when she gets to the graphic violence.
Cross your fingers she doesn't get that far.
I mean, there are also some really great cat people who come up, but
That's true. Yeah.
but sometimes there were moments in that conversation where I was like, let's kill off this character. none of it is worth this.
Exactly. And then Leslie was sitting like 3 feet away, but sort of on the other end of the table, and she was just clearly was just like, I can't help them.
It's like, there's no help for you, friends.
Yeah.
The only help I can give is to also become involved and smile and nod and like take a nod on the rotation. You're like, but I wasn't gonna do that.
Most of our convention stories end up being pretty cute because a lot of kids come up to the table and say adorable kid things.
And they'll make like 3 or 4 rounds in the day. They keep like coming back and staring at the Beastlies, and then like bringing their moms.
It's great. You'll see them like walk by the table and just suddenly go like,
Oh, how cute.
We didn't know toys were here.
Oh man, I thought this was a boring comics convention.
This was also up at Subtown in Portland. This was the first convention we've been to where we printed out some high quality erotic art volumes. So it was really interesting to see like passers-by reaction to that.
Because it's not actually erotic art. But you can't tell that from the title.
Right. If you don't click on it, you have no idea of it.
yes.
Speaking of titles that are just...
I was like, what's this?
Yeah, sometimes you see people like wanting to pick it up.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
What will they think of me?
Because
If I do
the mini comic's just a plain white cover that says high quality erotic art.
It really does look like something pornographic
Yeah, they don't
from
know
the
if they need to
60s.
use pure
It's like, we can't put this thing on.
Yeah.
All we can put on the cover is this bear with wheels. Yeah, but you know what that means. Yeah.
It's like, is this some sort of code or like heavy S&M?
Right. Other people would walk up and just pick it up immediately. Like,
They'd be like, oh my god, the erotic art is here!
Yeah.
Wait a minute!
Yeah.
A
Tree
lot of
face
people
guy.
would be like, oh, it's not.
They react.
Oh.
They react much like I imagine whenever we get hits from people in Europe who are searching for erotic comics. I bet they're really sad.
It's like the best little whorehouse in Texas. You think would be like a very sexy porno, but it's absolutely none
A
of
lot of
that.
tap dancing. You'd also sometimes you get these kids who would be there for the Beastlies, and their parents would be kind of like half paying attention behind them, and then they'd like wander over and pick up high quality erotic art, and they're like suddenly the parent would like step forward and put like a firm hand on the shoulder. And
I'm like, it's fine. It's
Really, no, it's fine.
It's about people with trees for heads.
Yeah.
It's all good. There's a bear, he's got wheels.
Or the little Purell on their little hand.
You're now coming.
Don't touch these people.
It's a fine line to walk.
It was actually
Fun.
the name high quality erotic art came from when we were originally starting the site. We had this
Like
idea.
how do we juke the stats? How do we bump up the page?
And also, how do we make money?
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
So
how do
we
we
were-
turn this into a money making
We were
venture?
gonna run this scam where it was like
It's like
send us
pyramid scheme. That's what we do.
$5 and we will send you some high quality erotic art.
And what it was just going to
And then
be
it was
was just me drawing stick figures having sex.
Jeff drawing sort of erotic stick figure.
But like crazy sex.
But like,
So-
sex.
And then we'd send it to you in the mail.
You had to pay up front. We're like, why didn't that ever get off the ground as a money-making venture for the Artrox? So when I started drawing my own comic, I was like, what should I call this? And Emery was like, you gotta call it high-quality erotic art. I'm like, you're right. That's what I will do.
It fits.
Yeah.
So, what can we expect from you guys in the future? Are there any more high-quality erotic art or videos, more comics?
Well, we've got the comics update, Atrox, and high quality erotic art update every week.
Yeah. And I think high quality erotic art is going to go back to updating twice a week.
It's going to go back to updating twice a week.
as
I
much.
can't pretend that it takes up so much of my time that I couldn't put out 2 of them if I tried.
And
Kitty
yeah.
Face Kitty, usually once a month.
Right.
Yeah.
We have this video
we
coming up.
have actually 2 videos in the week. There's 2 videos in the works. There's
Right.
one we shot that we kind of like set aside for a little while we went on to this more ambitious project that is now close to being done. So, and once that's done, we're going to go back and finish up the other
Mean
one.
Dogs. He's talking about Mean Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I honestly had completely forgotten about it, and I am the star.
thought
It is in fact autobiographical about my own life, and I forgot to shot it.
So we have 2 videos very close to completion. So.
Awesome.
Nice. How long? I'm curious. How long does it take from start to finish, like on an Atrox comic? You know, recently you have like the demonic pig or whatever. How long does it take from beginning scripting to art to getting up on the website?
well, usually, we'll kind of work out the script, sort of in a general way on Sundays in our meetings, and then Jeff will take a couple days to. Hello.
Drop it in.
Yeah, the visitor.
To write it, and then he'll email it, and we'll sort of bounce the script back and forth and tweak anything, and then usually have a final draft on Wednesday, and then when I get off work Wednesday, I'll just come home and work on it until early in the morning.
And it depends on like what all I
Yeah,
make
if
you
there's
draw.
like a car that takes a long time to draw.
There's not a lot of cars.
If it's just like the
Sometimes
Atrox, like talking to a
it was a
tree,
battleship or
flying.
something.
Right,
We'll
if it's
get
like
an email at like 3 in the morning that's like, hey, turns out I can't draw Minotaur, so
surprise.
I hate you all.
It's like because it took some time to be like, well, what can we do? What would be a horrible burden on Leslie? And like try to avoid,
That's
like you
why
say,
Kitty
cars
Face-
or like
yeah.
right. Kitty Face Kitty only goes up once a month because it has like cars and buildings.
Yeah, buildings,
And
tables.
Action scenes.
Action,
more artistically
fights.
entertaining. Sometimes we have to take reference
People
photos.
have
Right.
to recognize them, right?
Large-
Yeah.
It's not like a monster in the woods. It's very different. I can draw trees okay. I can draw monsters.
Even our monsters and animals great.
The interiors of cars, very hard.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
not a
know.
big fan.
Well, thank you guys so much. It was awesome to meet all of you guys, and thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to seeing you guys at Comic-Con in San Diego.
definitely,
And for everybody out there in Square TV Land, if they want to learn more about Atrox Comics, where can they go to on the World Wide Web?
theatrox.com.
Yeah, www.theatrox.com.
And as always, you can find all the latest info on www.square-tv.com. And you guys all, again, you said you're going to have a booth at Comic-Con 2008?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be really impressive. Just forget about the Batman booth.
Forget
Dark Knight, Smart Knight is what we say. That's our motto at Team Atrox.
We're all excited for that. Check them out there. And this is Michelle signing off.